Oh God. In 2015, what was the catalyst again? Like, was it something specific? I know that.
I, you know, I started watching old 80s videos of Bernie on the floor,
Hmm.
like, um, I hold you in contempt, you in contempt, you in contempt. And I was just like, holy shit, that's the most fucking punk rock guy I've ever seen in my life. Like, he's got crazy hair and he's just like, and then I saw him on Barbara Walters, and she said, what is one thing? This was, so I found out about him a few months before he announced in 2015. And Barbara Walters said to him, what is one word you'd want to be known for after your presidential campaign? And he said, compassion. And I said, I'm volunteering for him. That's it. Sign me up. I'm volunteering. And it was like, I had never heard a politician say such a thing, you know? And he said it so genuinely. And I was just like, wow, like, holy shit. And then I started learning about him and his arrest for civil rights and stuff like that. And I just thought, holy shit, this dude's an anomaly. So yeah, then I just started volunteering, and the first thing I ever organized was a Bernie march in Harrisburg, and over 300 people showed up, and it was scary, but it was amazing. And then it just kind of, I got that fix of, oh my God, it's so great to bring people together, and just kept doing it.
That is a really great story, especially that you got activated,
Yeah.
like that.
I think I'm one of millions. I really do. I mean, whether people still support Bernie now is a separate issue, but he did activate millions of us. Like, there's absolutely no question. Like, we had over 1 million volunteers in 2020, and there's no way all of those people were into politics before 2015. It's not feasible. So I mean, I know a lot of people, will be like, oh, you just became political in 2015. I was political out of my mom's womb and stuff. And I'm like, I have no reason to lie. Look, I was a shit lib, okay? I wasn't like the shit lib you see online, that's like, vote blue no matter who, but I was just Dem. I mean, that was all I knew. I vote Dem. Dems are great. Obama's great. And it's reality. I have no reason to lie and be like, I've been this way forever. Like, no, I'm just like millions of other people. I woke up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the same way, like voting Dems, and it's like, oh yeah, this is, and then the same thing in like the 2015. It was like, oh, let me look into this more, and then I got involved in, like, instead of doing like the Bernie campaign, I got involved in the getting money out of politics thing.
Oh, good.
Like,
yeah.
Because this seems to be the root issue. But yeah, then the more you dig, you're like, oh no, oh no, oh no. And sometimes I'm like what we were talking about earlier, I wish I could go back to like not knowing just for a little bit, because it's hard to like to care about people and what happens to people, and then like watch everything every day and just know how like fucked we are if we don't stand together and do something. It is a really hard truth, I think, to actually see, and that probably is why so many people have those blinders on, because it's very uncomfortable and very scary.
And I think those of us who are aware of what's going on, we need to realize that we are worth so much more than what we are being told, and the breadcrumbs we are being offered when they do supposedly give us something. Some people push so-called Medicare for all state by state. What is that? It's breadcrumbs. It's nothing. It is absolutely nothing. We want it all. All means all. Every single person. There is no equity in if you're in these arbitrary state borders, you get a benefit. That is perpetuating racism and sexism and things like that. There is no equity in that. We want every single person. We want immigrants. We want, regardless of age, we want every single person deserves the right to live a humane life, and they deserve to feel like they are worth something. And I think we've gotten to the point where we just feel very expendable, and we need to take our power back and realize that we are only feeling that way because we're letting them make us feel that way.
Yeah, right. And we're all the workers, and the workers we're the ones that produce everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's like the movie A Bug's Life. Once the ants realize they have more power than the grasshoppers.
Exactly.
Sorry, movie analogies are my thing.
Now, I've seen that analogy so many times philosophically, like absolutely.
That is, I forgot about that movie. That was a
Have a 5-year-old, you won't forget about it.
I feel like you don't see things like that. Like, I feel like a long time ago, there were things that were very subversive, and we're trying to like kind of wake people up. And I think you don't see that so much in the mainstream anymore.
No, it's the anti-hero is the hero now.
Yeah, you know, I watched that movie John Q years ago. And then I recently watched it again, and it was Denzel who was holding up a hospital staff because his son wasn't getting treatment. And I thought, oh my God, I didn't even understand. Like, to me, that was an action film. And today, currently, I'm just like, holy shit, like that's about our, insurance industry. Like, so you definitely do see things through a new lens, once you become, more aware of what's going on in your country and in the world.
Yeah, there's that wonderful episode of The Simpsons. I think it's from the 90s, where like the two aliens come and they're candidates, and and it's, I don't know if have you ever seen this?
No.
Oh man, you should look up the clip. Somebody posted a clip of it on Twitter not too long ago and reminded me of it. But essentially, they're like two aliens. They're disguising as political candidates, and one's the Democrat, one's the Republican, and and then they take their masks off, and they're both the same thing, and then they end up enslaving humanity. But but it was like, I can't believe that was like on TV. Like it was just very obviously calling out the two-party duopoly.
Right.
And but now I think that like that wouldn't be on TV.
Yeah, no way. I was looking at a lot of old episodes of Roseanne, really get to the heart of shit. Like it's really interesting because she was poor working class, and it really does, you watch it now as an adult and you're like, holy shit, like this show was like really talking to people who were hurting monetarily.
Yeah,
it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, then they won the lottery.
Yes, and then the show just turned into garbage.
It sure did.
Although when you really think about that, though, like them winning the lottery, like a lot of people that are in that situation, they're always like hoping that like there's this false belief that something like that is going to happen.
Certainly hope.
It's like, yeah, like, and it's like they just sort of give that to them, right? And people are still thinking, oh, like, so it's like we don't have to go out and demand things be fixed. Like maybe someday, somehow, like this will work out for me.
My ship will come in.
I'm just waiting for my time. It's just not my time yet.
Yeah. it's totally our time. Need to do something about it. Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I like I said, I'm now in the stage where I'm worried we're going too long, so I'm starting to feel like I'm pressuring people to keep going.
Oh,
So.
yeah, we should be respectful of your
Yeah.
your time. Joy.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, that's fine. I've been enjoying the conversation.
Yeah, I've been told I just keep people going, like everywhere, like even in stores. Like I'm actually an introvert.
Oh, you're one of those.
Yeah, well, I'm actually an introvert. I'd rather not speak to people in public, to be honest. But then when I do, I feel like I need to be so involved with what they're saying that I perpetuate the conversation. And then, like, people will be like, I thought you were like introverted and stuff. I'm like, I am. I'm like, well, why do you keep going? I'm like, because I want to hear what they have to say once I'm doing it. I just like to start it.
Does this happen to the in the grocery store? In
Oh,
line?
yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah. I'll see somebody else ask me a question. I'll say, hey, how you doing? Oh, my God, it's been so long. Yeah, yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, how am I going to make this slow down? But I speed it up and I get it going more. And I go, oh, by the way, what happened? Because I hate uncomfortable silences. We've had this conversation before. Whenever there's an uncomfortable silence, I will fill that void with something, so a question or a random thought. And then I'm doing it right now.
we did have this conversation. I was like, I'm okay with the silence. Like, I'll just let it sit for a little bit. Like
Not
that's
me.
okay.
To me, it's like a alarm of silence. Whoosh. It's so weird.